Hi, my name is Victoria Leon, and the topic I chose for this video presentation is why do we age? Biological theories. A question that I am sure many people ask is how do we go from a baby to a child to an adult to an old person? How does my body grow and somehow slightly shrink again? How can my hair be brown and when I am old it turns white? All these questions can be answered by the topic why do we age? Biological theories. We can say that we grow because our cells are constantly dividing, but is there a limit to how many times cells can divide, and that is why we age? As we age, we notice it is harder to sit crisscross or lay on the floor, or even when we fall, it is slightly harder to get up every time. But why? A theory is cross-linking, and this says that tissue becomes stiffer with age along with free radicals, which means reactive chemical cause cellular damage. When you're around babies, you're always told to be gentle with them because they are delicate, then they become toddlers and they fall, break bones, and recover like nothing. And then, like I said, we get old and we're like babies again. We fall easier. If we break a bone, it takes double the time to recover, and maybe that has to do with cross-linking and free radicals. Another question that can cross people's mind is why do we die? We can all do the exercise in the world and eat all the greens possible, but no matter how healthy and in shape we are, we all die. A theory that is mentioned in this chapter is programmed cell death, which is explaining that maybe aging is programmed into our genetic codes and our cells programmed to self-destruct. Something else that this chapter mentioned is changes in the brain cells. Maybe all the changes in our brains that happen over the years, such as learning, our brains reach a point where it can no longer change the cells, and that can cause us to age. I mentioned before that our hair goes from our natural hair color to a gray and white color, but why? It is said that our hair changes color because of cessation of pigment production, and I am sure everyone has noticed that we see older people, they tend to have less hair than younger people. But why? That is said to be caused by destruction of germ centers that produce hair follicles. Something that is crazy and maybe most people haven't questioned it is that as we grow old, men and women start to lose hair on their head, but men do not lose facial hair, which is crazy to me because we lose hair but not on all parts of our body. Why? Is that destruction of germ centers only located on the head and nowhere else on the body? And if that is the case, then why don't beards stay in natural colors such as brown as men grow old? Besides our hair, our skin also changes and our voices as well. Skin change I can understand because like it is mentioned in the chapter, our skins can wrinkle because of skin exposure, and on top of that, our pigment containing cells decrease. With voices, it is hard to understand why our voice lower in pitch, especially in males. The chapter doesn't really mention any theories that could possibly explain why this happens. Overall, I choose this topic because it is something that really interests me to continue learning in this class. I have always questioned why we get old and die of natural causes no matter how healthy we live our lives. There doesn't really seem to be a concrete reason as to why we age in general. I am looking forward to looking more into genetics for this topic because I do believe we age because of our cells.